Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your boy, the Sean Davey Way Show. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today, I bring you a surviving on the Dancing Dolls. This was a huge show on Lifetime for years. Not only was it a big show, it birthed a lot of stars from the show, and we're going to get into that. Shout out to Coach D for bringing this to mainstream. A lot of people in the South have been majorating for a long time, but this is the first time that it got the spotlight it deserves. So again, shout out to Miss Diana. Let's get right into Surviving the Dancing Dolls. Bring It is set in Jackson, Mississippi, and features Coach Diana, Miss D. Williams, and her Dollhouse Dance Factory, home of Miss D's Dancing Dolls team, which was founded in 2001. The troupe has over 15 grand championship titles and more than 100 trophies, and consists of children aged 10 to 17. The show also features the Baby Dancing Dolls, consisting of children under the age of 11. The team competes in hip-hop majorette competitions, and their main focus being on the stand battle, a routine where two teams face each other in alternate stands routines, which are called by the captain depending on what stand the other team performs. The team's slogan, both the Dancing Dolls and Baby Dancing Dolls, is Dancing Dolls for Life, DD4L. Rival dance teams featured on the show include the Divas of Olive Branch, the Dolls' main rival due to the intense rivalry between Miss D and Divas coach Neva, the Prancing Tigerettes from Memphis, and the infamous Dancerettes, FKA Dynamic Diamond Dolls, also from Memphis, the Purple Diamonds, across town Jackson's rival, the YCDC Superstars from Miami, and new rival from Mississippi, the Golden Prancerettes. Similar to fellow Lifetime show Dance Moms, Bring It features the moms of several of the dancers and their interactions, and occasional arguments with Miss D. However, unlike Dance Moms, where the moms are in a room above the studio watching the practices, the moms in Bring It are featured outside the studio. In early seasons, the parents could only see what happens in practice through the studio windows. In later seasons, Miss D made a room for the parents to watch the girls through a TV. Miss D does not allow parents inside of the dance studio during practices, believing that the dancers need to have only one person, Miss D, leading them at those times. DD4L cast: Kayla, Cameron, Sunjai, Star, and Sky, Christiana, Faith, Jalen, Tanisha, Angel and Angela, Madison, Princess, Jalen, and Trey and Quad, who are twin male hip-hop dancers. Bring It was a great show, and it starred a lot of young women and helped them with their paths in the future. And I think that this was incredible. I love the show. I love watching the young ladies grow and become better dancers and go off to college and have opportunities to get scholarships, among other things. But before the show started, Diana had her own sordid past, just like anybody else. And she was very fearful of her past haunting her and affecting the young ladies of the show. So let's get into why Miss Diana was very hesitant to sign the Bring It contract when it was first brought to her. Diana Williams of Bring It says she's worried about her adult film past. The adult film past of Lifetime star Diana Miss D. Williams may be coming back to put a dent in her thriving career as a successful and sought-after choreographer. The reality star has admitted in the past into starring in adult films during her teenage years, and a quick Google search reveals that those films are starting to resurface. Diana was initially hesitant to sign on to her Bring It series out of fear that the tapes would embarrass her family. Diana's quote, "I originally said no because I felt my past was going to hurt my kids. but after talking to the producers about my life and making decisions that could benefit somebody else and getting over it, basically. She said in the interview with Madame Noir. I prayed about it. I talked to my husband about it, who was aware when we started dating. Girls know about my past, she said of the dancers she coaches on the show. We've talked about it. They know why I did what I did and why I felt like I needed to and what I should have done. I explained to them that I didn't have the support system that they have. Miss Diana has always been open about her past, and I think that that's great because when you are open about something, then you don't fear it. People can't use it as ammunition against you if you have came to terms and peace with it yourself. So shout out to Miss Diana. Again, she was young. We all do things that we're not necessarily proud of as we grow and look back on and kind of wish we never did that. So shout out to her. I don't think that this is a bad thing. She did what she had to do. It didn't work out for her because she didn't want to do it. She changed gears and escaped through dance. So shout out to her. I think that that's a great feat and that a lot of people can take a lesson from what Miss Diana chose to do. Throughout the Bring It series, we get to watch the girls grow and take on new challenges. Like Kayla, she started off as the team captain when the series started. She ended up graduating, going off to college and whatnot. And that brought up the next captain, which was Cameron, the very shy, pretty girl that didn't speak too much. And when she did, you know, her voice was low and whatnot. And you got to see her turn into this beast on the dance floor to where she even grabbed the captain slot for being fierce. So then you have Christiana, who was always, just like Cameron, quiet, not really outspoken and whatnot, speak when spoken to type of young lady. But then when she got on that dance floor, her body would speak so loudly to where you couldn't take your eyes off of her. And watching her transition and become the beautiful wallflower that she is to this day. So again, shout out to the series. It was a great show. We got to watch these women come from young ladies into grown women. And there was a lot that transpired throughout the season, so let's get into that. I'm going to touch on some things of the series that you probably know and some things you don't know, but they're all controversial, so let's talk about them. Starting off with the infamous Prancerettes captain, John Connor III. A dance teacher from Tennessee who appeared on multiple episodes of Lifetime's reality show has been sentenced to nearly a year behind bars for John Connor III was sentenced Friday to 9 months in prison, to be followed by 4 years on probation for having unprotected intercourse with a 16-year-old he met online and exposing him to without informing him of his status. Local outlet WREG reports, in addition to the prison time and probation, Connor will also be required to register as an SO for the rest of his life, according to the station. Connor pleaded guilty in November to felony charges of criminal exposures to Connor, a dance teacher who has appeared on Lifetime's dance-centered show, Bring It, is alleged to have met a 16-year-old boy online in 2015, when Connor was 26, the office said. Investigators say that Connor, who was diagnosed with in 2012, then had unprotected intercourse with the teen multiple times in his car. The teen then joined Connor's dance team, the infamous Dancerettes. And an inappropriate relationship continued in the form of explicit text messages and the exchange of photos, according to the investigators. The teen told his parents about the relationship in 2016 and later tested positive for, the office said. Connor also has 2 similar cases involving victims aged 17 and 24 that are still pending, according to the release. Connor was the infamous Prancerette's dance coach when the seasons first started, and then he kind of just disappeared, and people were wondering why. Well, this is it. If you didn't know, now you know. Lifetime did everything in their power to keep this under wraps because they did not want it to affect the show. They were already dealing with Diana's past in adult films. They really did not want to have this on their desk. They got rid of John as soon as possible for doing these inappropriate things and also allowing said young men to join the infamous Prancerette's himself. So the victim was literally on the series. So they scrapped John, and they also scrapped the episodes that featured the young man in the dance practices when Lifetime would go and get some filming of the rival coaches. And it was not ignored. It didn't go underneath the radar because John was a liked coach. Out of the rival coaches, besides Neva, he was a close second that people liked to watch Diana have these, back and forth confrontations with. So that is why John was gone, and for good reason. He deserves everything coming his way for what he did to those poor young men. Let's keep going. Did you know that one of the dancing dolls passed away? Sure did. What happened to Shakira Gaitlin? Mother shares emotional post as DD4L dancer dies at age 18. DD4L member Shakira Gaitlin has passed away. Her mother, Erica Robinson, confirmed the death in a social media post on February 3rd. According to the Facebook upload, the 18-year-old was reportedly shot. Kira's mother's post: Why? I just can't catch a break. Just buried my husband, now I have to bury my baby. They deserve to live. Please put them damn GUNs down. She didn't deserve this. Shakira, Mama love you so much. The mother shared a picture of her daughter along with her late father. The two appeared standing next to each other in matching red t-shirts. Jackson police officials confirmed that Gaitlin was powwowed at Barnes Street in Jackson. The incident took place at 8:40 p.m. on Thursday. Who was Shakira? The youngster has been a part of DD4L since 2015. She was recently promoted to be the head co-captain and drill master of her group. DD4L is a dance-based company which specializes in hip-hop dancing among various other forms. The company is best known for its online websites. Who ended Shakira's life? Sharon Stewart, the Hinds County coroner, stated that Shakira Gaitlin was powwowed while a loaded weapon was being mishandled in the presence of a teenager. A juvenile male has since been questioned in reference to the past. Unfortunately, Shakira was not the only dancing doll that passed away. Double tragedy. Dancing doll Daishia Hall dies only weeks after troop member Shakira Gaitlin was powwowed. Coach Diana Williams reveals. A dancer from the renowned studio Dollhouse Dance Factory has died only weeks after a second troop member was unalived, the coach has revealed. Daishia Hall, 16, was gunned down in DeKalb County, Georgia on Sunday evening when an argument between a person of interest and someone in a white sedan led to the powwowing. A second person was transported to the hospital in critical condition. Dollhouse Dance Factory owner and coach Diana Williams announced Daishia's passing on Monday, saying she's at a loss for words. Diana's quote, "One of my dolls is gone. I do not understand and know I am not okay," Jesus Lord, Williams wrote. She was fearless and would always try to elevate herself and everyone else in the dollhouse. She was always encouraging her sisters and motivating everyone. The Elite Dance Studio promotes high self-esteem, determination, persistence, high academic achievement, community involvement, and the importance of health in young women through the art of dance, according to their website. The group headlined the reality TV series Bring It, which aired on Lifetime for 5 seasons from 2014 until 2019. Rest in peace to Daishia and Shakira. May God bless your souls and may you rest in peace, and may God bless your families as well. Bring It would not have been the success it was if not for DDP, which was the dancing doll parents. They were very essential throughout the seasons. They were always up front. They got put in some of the stand battles and whatnot. So they were a treat. A lot of people watched just for the parents. And Brittany, Christiana's aunt slash mother, was definitely the crowd's favorite. So was Kayla's mom, but Brittany, everyone loved her. Brittany and Diana would definitely have some heated confrontations, not just on set, also off. Brittany came forward and exposed Diana and the things that she was doing behind the scenes so that the young ladies could not make money at times and whatnot. Diana put whatever made her the most money first. And during the off season, or when they weren't filming, when the other young ladies, it was time for them to make their own money and go do events and birthday parties and stuff like that. Diana and the producers of Bring It kind of made it an issue for them because you never knew when filming was going to happen. They kind of just show up. So when you sign these contracts, you're giving them the right to show up in your life pretty much whenever they want. And it's not guaranteed. So just because you do season 1 and then you get more episodes for season 2, it does not mean you're getting a season 3 or season 4 or season 5. You kind of just don't know. They come to you and they're like, hey, we're filming, sign this contract if you want to be filmed. And kind of just goes from there. So reality TV is very unfair in that way. You never know when they're going to film. You could be getting dressed on your way to a family member's event or just out for work or anywhere, you know, and boom, if you're walking out the house and they're pulling up with the camera crews and stuff like that, you kind of just got to go with it. Otherwise, the check that you do get, you won't get type of situation. The 4 main girls are the ones that made the money, them and their parents. Really, all of the other cast didn't make much or nothing at all. Some of them were just on camera for free, but Brittany and Christiana were definitely being paid. When Christiana left the Dancing Dolls and went to Purple Diamonds, that was staged. Christiana and Brittany were both paid to leave the team, so they never left. It was just for TV, and Brittany got into that during her expose on Diana. Let's get into that right now. What Brittany had to say about Diana Williams.
Know that. First, let's get into it. When you're filming, you be on a filming heist. You never know when they coming back and filming. You never know if you're going to get another season. You never know. So, while you off on break, the girls do gigs. Diana do gigs. Everybody do gigs. But Diana seems to be the only one excused to do her gigs because Diana's for self. As long as Diana can make her coins, she don't care about nobody else making any coins. But when it comes to the girls, it's not fair. You know, she can use the girl for publicity, but she don't want them to make money on their own. So, tonight's episode is some bullshit. My niece family stopped with DD4L after, I would say, probably the second or third season. That's when the family shit went out the door. The family, fuck family. It was all about money. I realized quick when people said money is the rule of all evil. Money will turn a motherfucker you think you love you to death against you, and that's what happened to our team. When money start getting involved and Dancing Dolls start blowing up, the team, that went out the door. It was all about making another episode, what was good. That's why you broke the 4 original DDPs up and you added other moms because you wanted that drama. Because in Bring It words, we were too friendly. Sorry, y'all. Hold on, my man calling me. Let me call him on the other phone. One second for he. You know, I just feel like as my niece been with you, Christiana has been with Diana since she was 5 years old. 5. Christiana is one of the longest standing Dancing Dolls. I mean, we've never left and came back. All that shit you see on TV is bullshit. Going to Divas Olive Branch, do you really think I would have went to the Divas Olive Branch? I got paid to go to the Divas Olive Branch. We got paid to do that. And we had a nice vacay and still got paid. So that's why. So we've never left the team. We never went to another team. I think the first episode they had me knock on Purple Diamond's door. I never went to another team. Christiana has only been on Dancing Dolls her whole fucking life. Never. You know, you do certain stuff because you think, okay, it's for the love of the team and it's for all of us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person, if I win, everybody around me win. And you think everybody else feel that way, but people don't feel that way. Motherfucker be out for theyself and don't give a fuck. Diana made real nigga money off Jackson. Don't fuck with Jackson, period. She posts pictures of Jackson. She don't fuck with Jackson. She don't fuck with them girls. She don't talk to them girls. She don't deal with them, period. You made money and left. You ran to Atlanta because, of course, Atlanta think they gonna be on Bring It. Birmingham thought they was gonna be on Bring It. So yeah, your team deep as a motherfucker right now with the hopes of being on Bring It. Of course, you know what I'm saying? But truth, you getting over. Diana's a user. She's a manipulator. She gonna play the victim after this, that she always get hurt. Why the same person always get hurt? When you do wrong, wrong follow you. And she ain't even seen wrong yet. Because you did them kids wrong. And them four made you, but the whole Jackson really helped you make it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't do nothing for them children. She ain't do shit for them. My fucking niece daddy died on this team. Motherfucking niece daddy died. Diana didn't even get a card. Didn't even say sorry. Nothing.
He stated this when the episode was shown of Christiana dancing with the Divas of Olive Branch and then going to knock on the Purple Diamonds door to get Christiana to join the Purple Diamonds. And she's stating that all of that was bull. The reason she was doing it is because people were giving Diana sympathy and empathy for losing Christiana, and people were bullying Christiana at that time and coming for Whitney as well, basically calling them traitors for leaving the Dancing Dolls, because again, everybody was in love with the Dancing Dolls, but it didn't happen. And Diana could have had Christiana's back, but she chose not to. She chose to remain silent and let people bash Christiana and Whitney and let the energy that came in for people having sympathy and empathy for her. She was more so like, oh, thank you. And, I appreciate, the support and all of that, when that's not true. You know that this is just for TV. So why are you letting the fans attack my niece knowing that none of this is real? Just be honest. But Diana was more in the business of protecting the company and their name and the show than protecting Christiana outside of the show. And that's not what Diana preaches throughout the series. She makes it seem as if she cares so much about her girls and she doesn't want anything bad to happen. She only wants what's best for them. But Diana, I'm not here to judge you, but Brittany has a point. If you pay attention to when Shakira and Daishia passed away, Diana came forward with a post and stated, one of my girls are gone, when two of them passed away. Why did Diana say nothing about Shakira? It does look a little weird, Diana. It does. It makes it seem as if you are out for self. You like Daishia more than Shakira, so that's why you were giving her a rest in peace post, but didn't give one to Shakira. That is really weird, Diana. I am definitely side-eyeing that, you stating one of your girls passed when both of the young ladies passed away within weeks of each other. So when Brittany says that her niece Christiana's father passed away, and Diana didn't even send a get well soon or I know you're grieving, or put up a post to tell Christiana that we're here for you, and whatnot. She did none of those things. She kind of just made it seem as if nothing happened, just like with Shakira. But let's keep going. Brittany was not the only beef that Diana had. And Diana, I do love her, but she does make it seem as if she's always the victim, as if somebody's always doing something to her. She does not take accountability for a lot of the things that she has done. Instead of explaining the situation, she always feels the need to defend herself. And if you're always on the defense, it means that you are doing something in order to be defensive in the first place. Even with Southern University and A&M College, they own the name Dancing Dolls. Their majorettes have been called that for decades. And it's a problem because Diana tried to trademark the name. How can you trademark something that already exists, that is already trademarked? So Southern University sent Miss Diana a cease and desist. So she retaliated. Instead of working it out, she retaliated, defensive. Again, Diana, it does seem that you do start a lot of these things. You do things you know aren't right. If you did not make up the name Dancing Dolls, why are you trying to trademark it? Nothing about that makes it right because you brought it to TV, and when I made it more so mainstream. It still does not belong to you, but she still tried to purchase it. So let's get into Diana versus Southern University. DD4L founder Diana Williams retaliates against Southern University in trademark battle. The current trademark battle between Diana Williams, owner of the Dancing Dolls for Life brand, and Southern University and A&M College is not one to be settled on the dance floor. According to Lifetime's Bring It Star, she received a cease and desist letter this past February from Baton Rouge's Southern University and A&M College over the name The Dancing Dolls. The letter directs the dance coach to refrain from using the name of over 20 years and to remove it from her website. During an Instagram live session, Williams detailed the incident. She also alleged that despite her dance studio's long history and previously having a TV series, the HBCU wanted to block her from using the Dancing Doll name. The university's official majorette dance team is named the Fabulous Dancing Dolls. He went on to reveal that the SU trademarked the Dancing Dolls name back in 2019. She wasn't informed. Her quote, "You got the trademark for Dancing Dolls on March 19, 2019 is when you filed it. March 19th, 2019. It was published for opposition, January 7th, 2020. Nobody never sent anything to me. I never received anything for the opposition," Williams said.
You need to be called the Dancing Dolls, not me. Because when folks see us, they gonna say DD4L. You need to be called the Dancing Doll. But you can't say Fabulous no more. I'm gonna show you how serious I am. I think y'all think I'm bullshitting. No. I own it. See that trademark right there? See, I had to add that Fabulous to our logo. I own it. I'm not playing. Was not a game. I went ahead and made sure that I got my logo done. I made sure of it. We played around with it a couple different ways. So when I get it put on a shirt and it's gonna say, "Oh, so fabulous," I'm gonna wear it. I'm not putting that on my kids. My kids are the Dancing Dolls. And because I have the right to put it on shirts, right? I can put it on bags. I can put it on hats. I can put it on shorts. I can put it on socks. I can put it on slides. I can put it on onesies. I own the right to that name to put it on any type of apparel. My kids are going to be Dancing Dolls for the next 1,000 years minimum. You know why? Because I'm putting this shit in my damn will. I'm putting it in my will. It's going to be in my will that every single 9 months under this intent to use, because I put in for the intent to use. I have to show it in commerce. There's my commerce. I have to show it in commerce. I'm going to get me a shirt. I'm going to put it in my will that in 9 months, I'm going to pay the extension fee to extend it every single 9 months. Why? Because bitch, I'm bored every single 9 months.
University and A&M have the Dancing Dolls, just Dancing Dolls trademarked, but they go by the Fabulous Dancing Dolls. Diana decided to trademark Fabulous Dancing Dolls, which is already their name. So again, they just had the Dancing Dolls trademarked and wanted Diana to remove it from her website and also from her show. I believe the college wanted to do this because they aren't mainstream. The college's majorettes and whatnot is just if you have been in Southern colleges and stuff like that, HBCUs, then you know all about majoretting and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't know about it. So it became mainstream because of Bring It. Why would the colleges feel the need to re-trademark something that they've already trademarked? And again, Diana didn't give any of the Southern HBCUs any credit at all whatsoever. Again, these girls are dancing and aspiring to dance for these colleges one day. Where does she think majoretting happens? It happens in college. And Dancing Dolls is an essential tool to get them prepared to do this in college. And again, none of the HBCUs got any credit for what Diana took. Diana got the idea from them. Everything about it, she took from them. And instead of trying to work it out, she tries to make it seem as if they're doing something to her. You are not the victim. At this point, the college technically would be the victim, and they're not even trying to be. They're just saying, look, make your own name, make your own brand, and push that. That is it. That is all. But when it comes to the Dancing Dolls, something that we created decades ago, and majorettes have been majoretting and doing it underneath this name through our colleges, just change your name to something else. Again, you got it from us. It's not like you didn't. You did. Diana states that she's doing the intent because she's bored. Again, Diana, it makes you look like a nasty person. It doesn't make you look like a fair woman doing these things. When the college was being fair, they weren't trying to sue her or anything like that. They just sent her a cease and desist and was like, hey, do this and we're good. And instead of being like, you know what? Okay. Because she changed the name anyway. But out of spite, she used their name again. The Fabulous Dancing Dolls belongs to A&M. It does not belong to Diana. But since the fabulous part of the Dancing Dolls was not trademarked, she trademarked it out of spite. Diana, I do love you, but you're wrong. Will Bring It Season 7 return, or is Bring It canceled? Bring It Season 7 is not canceled or renewed by Lifetime yet. We are still waiting for the official show announcement status. This status will be updated once we have more information. It's what you'll find when you go to most websites, even Lifetime, about the show Bring It. As of now, in my opinion, from the information gathered, I believe Bring It is canceled. The last time the season was aired was in 2016. It is now 2023. That is a huge gap in between the recording series. So I believe that there is no official announcement to say that it's canceled, but I do not feel that Lifetime is interested in bringing it back. And here's why. Diana has been a lot to deal with, and with all of these trademark issues, even a cease and desist was sent to Lifetime by the A&M College and whatnot. It's just way too much going on, and Diana spread herself way too thin. She has the Birmingham, Jackson, and Atlanta division of the Dancing Dolls. So she has way too many girls. If you paid attention to some of the last seasons with her trying to bring the other girls in on the Dancing Dolls Bring It seasons, was because Diana, like Whitney said, did promise the parents and the children that they would be featured on the season. The problem? None of them got paid. When Diana fused Jackson and Birmingham teams together, she made it way too much to take. It was way too much on the eyes, and I state that because there's too many girls. In the original seasons, there was 4 girls that were paid attention to, and then they would implement other girls throughout the season. When it came to Jackson and Birmingham, you got like 200-300 girls on the floor. It's too much. It's way too much for people to keep track, which makes people start to lose interest. That's why they brought people back like Kayla to be an assistant coach and whatnot, familiar faces. Everybody likes to watch a show of people that they know. So with Christiana and Kayla and Cameron and Faith and people like that on the series, we know who they are. When it comes to their parents, we know who they are. But you add these other girls in, plus the baby doll, all you have is chaos and confusion. Remember, Diana was incorporating Birmingham and Jackson together because she promised the parents and the children that they would be showcased on Bring It. And that brings her more money. If she opens up another studio and the parents are signing their kids up thinking that they're going to get a slot on Bring It or be on TV, so where there's followers and stuff on social media grow, and then they have all of these business propositions and gigs and stuff for their children, they're going to be all over that. They're going to pay whatever they need to pay to make it so that their kids are on TV. Again, Diana charges per student. She charges per costume, and she also charges for the training. And then on top of that, she's getting this huge check from Lifetime to do all of this. So what better way of doing that and keeping that going by opening up other establishments and bringing in as many people as you can. More people, more money. Flaw in her plan, again, is spreading herself too thin. Diana's only one person. So how can you give Birmingham, Jackson, and Atlanta all the same amount of attention? You can't. You're only, again, one person. She was doing way too much, biting off way more than she can actually chew. That's why her team started to lose, because of the focus. She was losing focus, and when she did, the teams would too. Diana's a fierce leader. So with her being a fierce leader, not being around and letting other people lead, you're not going to have the same effect. Diana walks in the room and the girls back straighten. They get it together instantly. She has their full attention. But you bring other people in like Kayla and other assistant choreographers to handle the girls while you are gone. When you walk back in the room, you're kind of losing your impact because they're not used to you. Now they're used to this type of teaching and whatnot. So it's just a cluster of chaos. So as of right now, I do not think Bring It is coming back. Shows are revived all the time. I agree. But as far as we know, Bring It is over.